have a problem in this country that when you speak out your mind, people tend to read you in a different way. Bala Mohammed is one of those governors that he does not pretend. Whatever he does not agree, he will say he does not agree. If he agrees, he say he agrees. And you can go home and sleep. If Bala tells you, I'm going to do this with you, you don't need to remind him. He is that kind of person. And these are the kind of people I like to work with, I like to associate with. Because I would want to go home like that too and sleep without thinking what any other thing he can do, you know. So I felt that today I would come and say, not only that, I will tell you also the truth that at the time I needed support, I needed colleagues to back me up when I was in problem. Some people were being funny, some people's legs were here, some were there, like that. But Bala made it clear. And look, this is my friend. However, the friendship ends somewhere. That is my colleague. I cannot embarrass my colleague. He stood fair for me. And so I was not disgraced. And so I felt pursued. Brotherhood is not that you must be the same mother. Friendship is not that you must come from the same zone. You can have a brother from far place because you share things in common, because you agree together to do things. That's what we call brotherhood. You can have somebody from your zone or the same mother, the same father with you. You may not agree all the time. It's fight. You know. The only thing Bala did not do for me is when he was minister. Something to bring me closer to chop. You know, apart from that, it's a wonderful person. I wonder who quarrels with Bala. The person must be making a mistake. If you see two of us, even in our meetings, sometimes we won't talk. Maybe like a woman. Sometimes you see Bala, you know when a woman quarrels with the husband, she'll be frowning. So when you see Bala frowning, you tell her that, look, I'm not happy with you. So see you frowning. But before you know it again, it has changed. You know, so if somebody should identify with and work with. So I sincerely want to thank all of you for the support you've been giving him and continue to give him that support. It is not easy. Bauchi state is not an easy state. It's one of the most difficult states. You have all the big men here. So for him to manage to survive, it's not easy. It's not easy. But by the grace of God, you'll survive. He has survived and continue to survive. So I sincerely came to wish him a very good, happy New Year. This year will be better than last year. And by the grace of God, Nigerians are looking up to us to work together and see that this evil is chased away. This is a special purpose vehicle. People call them parties, not a party. It's a special purpose vehicle. It was formed just to fight Jonathan. Having fought Jonathan, they cannot be together again. So because they are winding up. You know, when it formed a special purpose vehicle, it's for a particular project, right? And that project has been accomplished. So you see them falling, but they have made their businesses and their own business. But ours is a political party. It's only one party that remains since 1998 till now. All the other ones, because they are not parties, you see how they have been from left, right, and center. So all of you who have been committed, who don't be despaired. There's hope. I can assure you there is hope. So continue to work hard. Continue to give you the support. Do not betray him. When he's in danger, be there for him. Be there for him. That's why I will thank the chairman of the party. Each time I see him, I commend him. That's one thing people don't understand in life, that being principled and being fair with somebody is a credit to you. As I was coming with him, I told him, he's a party chairman. He said, look, he's a wonderful man. That is the one secret we'll discuss about you. But now, no longer a secret. So thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thank you, Your Excellency. We have listened to His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Rivers State, our friend and our brother, a friend of Bauchi State. Your Excellency, I want to appreciate you taking into cognizance that the people of Rivers State call you Mr. Project. In Bauchi State, Your Excellency, we also call our governor Mr. Project. That is the reason why we are best of friends, because of the level of developmental projects both in Rivers State and in Bauchi State. We want to thank you for coming. May I now invite my governor, the Executive Governor of Bauchi State, Distinguished Senator Bala Mohammed, to respond. Your Excellency.
Thank you, Your Excellency. My brother, and I call him the emerging leader of Nigeria and PDP, Governor Nyesom Wike, and of course our leader, the former governor of Rivers, and my leader, the chairman. I call him the chairman, even though he was the deputy speaker of the House of Reps. And our local government chairman, you can see why Wike is called Wike. He goes with the people from the grassroots. And of course, the chairman of the party, our one chairman, distinguished senators that are here, and our honorable commissioners and from both Rivers and Bauchi State, my colleagues, members of the media, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what to say, because Wike is always full of surprises and pleasant ones. And today's visit has really exhilarated a kind of feeling in me that I have more than a brother in Rivers, and that is in the government. I have always looked up to him, and I used to tell him jokingly that you are a leader, not because he's a governor or because he has money, but the stuff he's made of. He's a very tough stuff, and he is the face of PDP today. And if the face of PDP in Nigeria will leave every corner of this country to come to Bauchi, I think my day has been made. I have always told my colleagues that as a person, I have exceeded my personal expectations of myself, having grown up to be a director, to be a senator and a governor, a minister of FCT. Everything I get is guaranteed. What we are after, me and him, we are connected by two things: the unity of this country, the progress and development of Nigeria. I cannot claim to be near him in terms of projects. He is the face of projects. And he is the person who taught me stakeholding. I told him, I visited him when he was a governor first time. That time I was not a governor. You can see the people he carries, and that's what I try to do, to carry my people along so that everybody will be included or inclusive in governance. He taught me all this. And you know how he struggled on the time we had challenges in PDP when Jonathan left, up to today. He is the person providing the salutary effect and the way forward. I want to say publicly, sir, we appreciate you. For whatever reason, your courage, your forthrightedness, your capacity to say it as it is. We try to follow you because your capacity for saying the truth is unmatched by anybody. And we are not doing it because of arrogance or anything. It's just to make sure to set the record straight. And that is why today people misunderstand you. They misunderstand your humility and the softness inside. But you are tough, and that's what we need in a leader. I would always be proud to be with you for anything in this country. And I assure you, we will never have anything to fight or to be divided by anybody. I have always appreciated you in my inner part, in my privacy, and in public life. And coming today to Bauchi is so auspicious and reassuring that we have a big brother on the other side of the country. And that's what we need. Bauchi and Rivers from the first government was Melfo Okilo and Tafawa Balewa. Melfo Okilo was the parliamentary secretary. And of course, he belonged to MPC. And this country has a tripod, and you provide the balance of power. And you are rekindling that same balance of power to make Nigeria safe. As we said, the other side has failed, and we have to reposition ourselves. irrespective of anything, to provide leadership. I don't have to become president if somebody else will become president and provide the leadership. And the same thing with you. So ours is to make sure we provide the level playing field so good leadership to emerge in Nigeria. And we will do that, I believe you. And this year, 1st of January, you are here, means that, of course, what we are dreaming is coming to reality. We thank you most sincerely with your team for leaving all that we are doing in Rivers, a completely Christian state, to come to us on a day that we should be celebrating, but you sacrifice your enjoyment to come to this part of the country. Definitely this is big. We cannot repay you. We thank you most sincerely, and we appreciate you, and by the grace of God, God will take you to where you want to be. You will even exceed your personal expectations. We thank you most sincerely, and of course your leaders that are with you for your support that we are giving him. Definitely you are not making a mistake. Rivers is harmonious, no rancor. Bauchi is so, just because of the kind of support you are giving us. Thank you very much. May God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Rivers State, this auspicious visit means a lot to the people of Bauchi State. We want to thank you, and that is even why that we have in our midst members of the media family from both the correspondence chapel and members of the media family. Your Excellency, since you are national leaders, you serve on my governor, maybe members of the media have 1 or 2 questions to ask. If you may have your indulgence to give them the permission. Thank you, Your Excellency. Please, members of the media, if you have questions, please identify yourself and answer your question, ask your question. Sorry.
Your Excellency, the Governor of Rivers State, my name is Hajar Ali. I work for Channels Television. Your Excellency, the Governor of Bauchi State has just mentioned that he doesn't have to be president for a good leader to emerge. But there are calls on him to run for presidency. I would like to know your thoughts on this.
Your Excellency, my name is Bala Mohammed. I'm reporting for Voice of America. Mine is just a kind of simple question. Though the governor has touched some part of it, my governor has touched some part of it. But suffice to say that I still want to know, with all the comforts of your house, your state, and you know, 1st of January is usually the time that people come out and say their resolution. But you just decided to come to Bauchi. I would like to know, why do you decide to come to Bauchi? And what is your New Year resolution?
Thank you very much. First of all, the leader asked the question. First of all, apart that my brother Bala Mohammed has had all the experiences from the civil service down to political office. Being the director of the ministry, he became a senator, he became a minister, and now a governor. On that alone, he is still not qualified to be president. Then you also look at what he's doing in Bauchi. Look at his pedigree to see what he's doing in Bauchi. As a first-time governor, I see what he's doing in Bauchi. I'm here to flag up projects. Some of my colleagues and other leaders of the country are here to commission and flag off a project. How many first-time governors do you see doing that? So the call on him to run for president is not misplaced at all. But is somebody that's very qualified to run for the presidency of this country. For us as PDP, all we are doing is to put our house in order. But whether it's qualified, it's overqualified. It's in all, in any ramification at all. In any ramification you want to say, his relationship with people is second to none. So people calling on him to run for president, they have seen the qualities in him. So that's on that. Secondly, why I'm important to hear. Like I said, it's a special, see, you must be a special friend. You must be somebody in the heart of the people before people talk about you. So it's also for me to leave myself means that I hold him high. Because the first place I've not even gone to see my parents. I've not seen my community. I've not received anybody. We just say, look, today the first place we must be the church. Kind of relationship we have. As per resolution of what we tend to do or what we do, for me, what we are resolved to do is to make sure that our prayer that Nigeria should be better than what it was yesterday. But also make sure that the PDP is united. Because if PDP makes the mistake of not listening to Nigeria, it will be difficult for God to forgive PDP. It will be very, very difficult for God to forgive PDP. We need an opportunity to save. It's like we Christians, for example, we Christians will say, when the Israelites were in problem, right? Now God had to bring Moses to lead them, right? Yeah. That is we Christians. So it's like Nigeria is a problem now, serious problem. Who will lead Nigeria out of this problem is PDP. So we must take that responsibility. Whoever, in fact, I would prefer if God helps tomorrow, a force on him, it means our chances are very, very brighter, I would say. So, well, the resolution is also for the fact insecurity. Look, this is not the kind of Nigeria we want. It's not a Nigeria where every day you wake up in the morning, the newspaper says 40 have been killed, 30 have been killed. There's no day in Nigeria that people are not dying. Not they are dying for their own mistakes. They are not dying because they caused the death. You are going to market, you will die. You are going to office, you will die. So the death is not caused by them, it's that caused by the inability of the so-called government to protect us. The whole aim of government is to protect life and property. When one starts to slow there, there's no longer governance. It's not, people must be allowed to use the road. People must be allowed to use the health facilities. People must be allowed to go to school. People must be allowed to go to farm. Now, no more farmers. They can't go to farm. Their wife can't go. When she goes, they will take her. Their son can't go. If you go, they will take him. Is that the kind of thing we'll continue to hear every day? Is that the kind of Nigeria you bargain? I'm sure if you have another opportunity to go back to the womb, I don't think you want to come out here again. With what is going on, nobody will like to come from here. You know, but God does not make a mistake. For whatever is happening, God has a reason for it. So we must continue to thank Him. But we'll continue to say, God, let this mistake not happen again. Because we can't continue. I'm sure you know, China, you know, Voice of America, you know. You people know. But the problem I have with you are part of the problem that's going on in this country. The media is part of the problem we are having. Because you don't tell the truth. Before you used to tell the truth. When you are saying occupy Nigeria, now you don't occupy anywhere again. Why? You don't occupy. You have seen the reason to occupy, but you are not occupying. When you are not supposed to occupy, you want and when you are not ready.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Media, we are really challenged this afternoon. Your Excellency, before the next question, we take only one or two more questions before we. One more, Your Excellency, but I want to report back to Your Excellency that the Gong Bakaro Pondumi road that you plug off in September 2020 is completed within the span of only 4 months. And Your Excellency, people of Bauchi State are comfortably using this road, and they are highly appreciated to our governor, His Excellency, Senator Bala Mohammed. This is just a report, Your Excellency. and he will come and commission it from my governor, Your Excellency. Thank you, please. We take one more question, please. No? No? Thank you.
Your Excellency, sir, my name is Armstrong Bakam, report for the Punch newspaper. Sir, if you were to be president of Nigeria today, how would you solve the problems Nigeria is currently facing? Thank you.
It's a very large question that you cannot answer just in one statement. First of all, what Nigeria requires now is leadership. If you have a strong leadership, most of the problems will be solved. We don't have leadership. And a good leadership is one who can take a decision. One of the problems we have today, you don't know whether you have a president that takes a decision. You hear people take decision. In fact, it was surprising to me when I heard one day that Mr. President, somebody bought paper for him to, whether a driver or whatever, signed, and he signed about something billions of naira. And later the man was arrested and he received Mr. President. How can I say president of a country, a driver or, I don't know. We'll bring paper for me to send to billions of, how can that be? This country requires a strong leader. Two, I'm surprised that the president will sign money for trillions to purchase arms. Then you hear that the arms were not purchased. And under which leadership? The service chiefs then, nothing was done. At the end of the day, compensated them to the ambassadors. What kind of country is this? What kind of leadership? And you saw a president yesterday that said, this budget is unimplementable. You went ahead and signed. Something you know will not help the country. You couldn't tell National Assembly I won't sign the kind of budget. Take it back. But you said, but the Electoral Act, he now fought errors. Direct primaries will be too expensive. It will affect security inside. But the budget that has to talk about the economy, the survival of the country, which you know cannot work, you sign. How bad? I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense. I will sign. If I know it's not going to help, it will not grow the economy, the budgets will inflate, I will not sign it. I'll tell us Assembly, I will not sign this thing. I will go into a compromise, sign, we'll make an amendment. So I will meet up with the fiscal, if that is the reason. If you are fighting corruption, you know corruption will fight back. The moment you come out, if you still in PDP, you're a criminal. But when you go over to APC, you're no longer a criminal. What kind of system is that? Is that the kind of leadership you want? No, nobody does that. How are we fighting insecurity? How are we fighting security? Every year, the military will tell you, we don't have weapons to fight. Every year. There's no year, there's no time they appear before the National Assembly that they will tell you, we have a weapon. The problem is that we don't have weapons. So what's going on? You talk about the autonomy of judiciary. As you speak today, there is no autonomy. Look at the federal courts in all the states. You have the federal court here. Go and see the nature of the federal court. I'm surprised that Mr. President could not even make a pronouncement when he heard that the Justice of the Supreme Court President was invaded. Did you hear Mr. President say anything? I'm sure he would have issued a statement if the person was killed. I'm sure if the soldier was killed, he would have issued a statement. In a country, when you see abomination, like the invasion of the Supreme Court justice, it's not just to invade, it was a threat to the judiciary. And the president of the country cannot come to say, I will not accept this. If the judiciary is hot, democracy is hot. So like I said, leadership is the issue. When once you have a strong leadership, then you know that you are going on the right track. And that leadership, no leadership that will look at whether you're a Muslim or you're a Christian. No. No way. No way. Nigeria is a country that you must understand the feelings of other people. Without inclusivity, if you don't do that, it will not work. When some people are feeling they are not part of you, it's your duty to make them to say, no, you are part of us. How do I give that hope, confidence? It's that kind of things I do. Right? It's like in River State. We have so many ethnic groups, languages. You have the Ebeye, you have the Calabar, you have the Ikwere, you have Ogoni, and the rest of it. There are people who are competent in all those areas. So when you are doing this, you carry everybody along. Then everybody will have a sense of belonging. If you don't do that, they're going to say, I'm not part of this government. I'm not part of River State. The church will say, I'm not part. Problem is, you are creating a problem. So you can't run away from it. No president says, this people did not vote for me. Therefore, I have no business with them. No, it's not done. There's no election that you can have the support of everybody. But the moment you emerge, like he has emerged, he cannot talk about PDP and APC. He's talking about Bauchi. And that's why whatever he does, I watch it, I follow Christians, Muslims. He knows the nature of Bauchi state. He understands Bauchi. So you must be a president of Nigeria that understands Nigeria. It's very, very key. It's very, very key. So, look at education. Look at education. Every day, ASU threatens to go on strike. Every day, ASU threatens to go on. Every day, what are the issues? As a president, yes, when I see my minister has done with what he's supposed to do, I cannot handle the issue. Mr. President will come in. Gentlemen, sit down. Sit down. You are right on what you are saying. You are right. However, look at the situation. Look at the circumstance. You must sit down with let them understand. It is easy to say when they are there. But you must let them know what you are saying ordinarily should be. But in reality, it cannot, they will understand it. Because there's nothing wrong in dialogue. You're sitting down as we're sitting down. By the time ASU will leave, they will appreciate the facts. I was a Minister of Education. I used to tell the Vice Chancellors, when you were not the Vice Chancellor, you were a lecturer at the university. You were criticizing. Now you're a Vice Chancellor. Can you solve those problems now? Vice Chancellor, solve the when you were a lecturer, it was not the same thing. You are not looking at it from that perspective. Now you are sitting there now. Is it the same thing? They say no. I said, look at it. So until you make people to have this kind of confidence, yes, let them know. If you don't talk, if you don't dialogue, if you don't discuss, nobody will know. And most of you here, you are journalists. They make you a commission of information now. You sit there, you know that's not a difference. You are writing as a journalist, yes, now come and sit down. Be commissioner of information. What? Do the work. You will not see reality is different from theory. We are working with people. Civil service is one major problem we have. He was a civil servant. He knows how civil servant can crumble you, can sabotage you. But again, you must be firm and say, this is how this country must move forward. Not you talk now, when it's time for action, you do a different... No. So many things to be done. In terms of appointment of chief judges, there should be a total way of doing things. Even INEC. You cannot say you want free and fair election. And then the same election you are conducting, you are participating. Tell me how does it work? Me, I would appoint chairman. The same chairman will say, I didn't win. Is it possible? You know it's not you see, they come and tell you all these stories. It's not correct. Therefore, you must find a way to make INEC to be independent. If I really want INEC to be independent, I shouldn't appoint who will be the chairman. Like I said, it can't be here now to say how will you solve the whole problem. But nobody too can solve the whole problems. As a president, there must be areas of priority. As a governor, if one governor comes to tell you he wants to do everything, he's a liar. If you do everything, then nobody contests election as governor, where every problem has been solved. But you must take priority. What is my priority in these 4 years? I look at federal budget. You put project of more than 6,000 projects. How? How can it work? You have a project of 8 billion. You are putting in the budget 200 million. What kind of system? If I'm a president today, I will not allow such budget. Key, what are the roles I want to do in the 6 zones, in the 6 states? For these 4 years, every state can get it in these 4 years, for example. In the next 4 years, other states will get. In these 4 years, other states will get. But not to go and put projects where this should not be funded. One of our Minister of Education, principals come. I said, what is the point? I want to do this. I said, how much are you going to do it? I said, no. Go back. Choose. Is it the dining you want to build? Is it the where we have morning, what do you call it, devotion or you want to have? So prioritize it. For this year, I want to build classrooms. I want to build laboratory. I want to build library. So when you have achieved this year, another year, you take up another project. But you don't put 20 projects, 10 million, 5 million. When you know that even 10 million cannot build what I say. So why not put every project, okay, they gave it 300 million for federal government college, Bauchi, for example. I will take that 300 million and prioritize in 2-3 projects that is key for me. The next year, I take another 2-3 projects. But make sure that these 3 projects I'm taking this year must be completed. Yeah. We go and put 30 projects, put 5 million here, 10 million here. At the end of the day, you have not done one. It's not done. So, but you require a strong leader to be able to do that. You sit down and tell me and the minister, this is my priority. My minister cannot have priority. He's not the president of the country. He did not campaign to Nigerians that this is what he would do. I campaign. Therefore, I have a priority. My minister cannot sit. And again, you have a president who does not even know. They tell him sometimes you commission through virtual. Why would I commission project virtually? That's Imo State style. I have a commission. Sadly, I'm not so with the eye. With the digital world today of technology, they can sell something for you, you have a commission. Maybe, meanwhile, you go to where your commission, you say, what kind of project am I commissioning? What is it? I cannot be a president and I can't go out and know what is going on. Like me being a governor, I can't go and see my project. My commissioner come and tell me, sir, everything is fine. What do you mean by fine? I have to see with my, that is leadership. Do you understand me? And you require somebody who's healthy, like Bala is healthy, and strong, and young. And you know, in the governor's forum, apart from one person and the second oldest person in the forum. No, you have only, you have not reached. So I thank you very much. Thank you very much.